Happy April 1st, everyone. I could think of no better verse to comment on today than Psalm 14, verse 1. It's the same as Psalm 53, verse 1. These two Psalms are almost identical. And so verse 1 reads, "The fool says in his heart, there is no God." Now, in David's day, King David wrote this psalm. In his day, there'd be very few people who would actually say that they don't believe in God. Back in those days, as in most recent times, everybody believed in God. It was just an assumed thing. And so what is David saying here? Well, he says it. The fool says, in his heart, there is no God. These are people that deep down inside actually deny the existence of God, even though they probably would have gone through the motions of engaging the ancient Jewish religion, other people doing other things and believing in a spiritual world. And yet, he's making a comment that he's aware that even in a society that would have been completely religious, where the religion saturated all of life, yet there were people who in their hearts did not actually believe in God. And that's true for people who claim to be believers today. There are many people that go through all sorts of motions. And let me say at the beginning, I have exhibited these tendencies myself. So often when I have struggled with things with life, I realized that in my heart, I wasn't really believing in God, at least in his relationship to that particular issue. And so I want to encourage everyone today, of all days, to take some stock as where are we being foolish? And this is not a game. This is not pranks. This is not a joke. This is the real thing, and especially now when there's so much pressure upon us because of the crisis that we're facing. Those areas of our hearts where we are actually practical atheists, where we are living as if God doesn't really exist, even though we say we believe he does, there are areas of our lives where we deny him. And whenever, every area of our lives where we are denying God, we are actually acting like fools. And it's time to stop it. It's time to allow God in to every area of life. And if we find ourselves where we are actually living like non-believers, living like atheists in this area or that area or every area, today, April 1st, which we normally call April Fool's Day, this is no joke. Let's give our lives to God fully. Let him address those areas where we've been acting foolish, where we've been acting like atheists. Let him in, and then he will do wondrous things in our lives and through our lives. So hopefully this will be an April 1st to remember.